How's your day going so far?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing well, as best as I can during this pandemic. But
Yeah,
what did
absolutely.
you do for fun last weekend?
I just worked last weekend. I work a lot. What about you?
Yep. I mean, I watched the football game. I went to
Oh
Florida State,
yeah.
so I watched us get totally destroyed by Miami, which kind of sucked. But it was overall a great weekend.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Definitely. So, my goal today, Michael, is really just to figure out where we both are as far as your purchasing of this vehicle. And together, maybe we could discover if this is something you might want to move forward with and purchase so that we can both benefit. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, great. So, first and foremost, tell me a little bit about what really attracted you to my vehicle. Like, what was your first impression?
I saw the pictures online and I thought, it looked like it was in good condition. It has everything that I'm looking for in it, just like the basic things. Like cruise control, cloth seats. It doesn't have like too high of a mileage for how old it is. So it's like within my mileage, and it's also I'm hoping like based on my research, it's within my budget as well. I'm just looking for something reliable that gets me to and from work because I don't have time to like have car problems.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I really do think that you're looking at the right car because first and foremost, it's a Honda. Hondas run forever. I used to sell Hondas at the dealership, and we used to get the Hondas that came in with over 200,000 miles on the lot, and we still sold them because
Mhm.
it's a Honda. They're built to last, and you really just can't beat the quality, the reliability, the gas mileage, all those things that you shared were super important to you. Um, Additionally, you would also mention like some of those benefits that come along with power steering and this and that. And then, as well as the conditions in very good condition, considering the year, the make, and the mileage. So, with that being said, it sounds like we could possibly come to an agreement. What were you looking to pay for the car?
Um, I'm not looking to pay, too much more than 7,000. Like that's, kind of the top of my budget. Um,
How did you arrive
I,
at that number?
um, just, like looking at other websites, what they have online, and what the trade-in value would be. Um, you know, that's how I arrived to it, basically.
Yeah,
I just did some research.
Yeah, definitely. And it's great that we both have the internet to be able to do some research together to figure out what might be a fair price for this car. But I did list the vehicle at 8,000 because Kelly Blue Book did say that my vehicle, make, mileage, all of it, very good condition is worth about 8 grand. And just some of the benefits you get from purchasing with a private party is you actually don't have to pay any dealer fee, which can be upwards from $7.99 to $12.99 tacked onto your total, and you don't face any addendum or any kind of thing like that. For example, when I worked at the Honda dealership last summer, what we did is we tacked on a 1999 West Shore Advantage fee that we would charge customers, and it would just be a way that we could squeeze in extra gross profit. So, with that being said, buying from a private party, you're already benefiting so much and saving that extra couple grand in fees. So I think, according to KBB, the vehicle is worth 8 in very good condition, and that is exactly what you're getting. I'm not making a squeeze of profit more than I should on you. So I think with that being said, 8 grand is a very fair price for this vehicle.
Can we talk about, like the condition of the vehicle? Like, has it been in any accidents? Has it needed any repairs, any recalls on it?
Yeah, so that's a great question. It has never been in an accident, it has clean Carfax. You're more than welcome to check that and just, verify that I'm telling the truth. But the vehicle is in pretty much pish posh condition. I am someone who's very passionate about vehicles, as you can see. So I've taken personally very good care of the car. There's not a single dent you could find on that car. If anything, maybe there's a little tiny scratch because I have nails by the handles. But other than that, the vehicle is literally in pish posh condition.
What about the interior? Because I saw a lot of the pictures of the exterior, but I didn't see too many of the interior. How's like the seats in there? Because I know that they're cloth, which I like because we live in Florida and the leather gets really hot. But like as far as like stains and like smells, like um, is it in good condition inside as well? And is it like gonna be cleaned whenever if I do choose to purchase it?
Yeah, so that's another great question. I'm a pretty neat person, so there are really no stains on the cloth of the vehicle. You're more than welcome to add an interior fabric protection on the vehicle. I know a lot of places personally that could add that protection for you just moving forward so you don't have any stains on the car. But other than that, at this point in time, there are really no stains on the fabric whatsoever.
That's good to hear. What about like the tires and the brakes, transmission, oil changes, basically overall maintenance? What is like the condition of the tires and, like the brakes? Because
Yeah.
you're at 100,000, so like, did it get like, it's 100,000 maintenance?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And you don't even have to take my word for it, too, which is the great thing. Carfax will actually show you a detailed report of all of the service history of my vehicle. So I will share with you, it does have new tires. I got new tires probably about a year ago, I want to say, maybe like 8 months. And it has full service history records. I've always been very good about taking care of my car. First and foremost, because I worked at a car dealership, so I had easy accessibility to all the great deals in the service department. But other than that, the vehicle has been very well taken care of, and you can even check that yourself on Carfax.com.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to look into that.
Definitely. So, with that being said, I mean, it sounds like this might just be the perfect vehicle for you. I don't see why we can't move forward today and finalize the deal and make the car yours. 8 grand total. How does that sound?
It's, like we already discussed, I was hoping to pay around like 7,000. Eight's kind of like on the higher end of, the pricing that I've seen online for similar vehicles in similar condition as well. And just like, with rent and everything and like COVID, like I didn't have a job for a while. So I'm just, you know, strained for money a little bit. So like I was kind of hoping to get something a little bit like less expensive.
Yeah, so obviously I know times are really hard right now for myself included. With that being said, I'm definitely willing to work with you a little bit just so that we can both reach an agreement that's beneficial on both of our ends. However, I think it's important to point out that if you consider a vehicle that's of lesser value, of lesser cost, you might end up facing some issues with cost of ownership in the future. And essentially, what that means is if you buy a vehicle that might not be in as great condition, you could face service issues in the future. For instance, having to replace tires on that car, maybe that other car doesn't have new tires, or just really anything you might face from not having a vehicle that you truly know is in as good condition as mine. So I think we both know the value is there with my vehicle. I think it's just important that we both understand that and move forward to make an agreement that I think could benefit both of us. With
Mhm.
that being said, I mean, I'm more than happy to maybe take off an extra $300. Maybe we can meet at like $7,700. How does that sound?
That's sounding, like in the right direction. I was hoping that, like I mean like cuz like, I do want to give you like a good, value for your car because I know you took well care of it. So I was going to say like, like I could do like 7.2, but like that's just like, like that's just a lot of money. That's like, a good chunk of my, a paycheck right there.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I could definitely do something that could make it more worth your while. I actually know someone personally that owns a exterior paint protection that he can apply on your vehicle, and this would prevent from love bug season, eating away at the paint, all those other types of things that might cost you money later on. If I threw that in, I think that we could make a deal happen at 7,500 out the door.
I mean, you don't have to do that. I take, like I take pretty well care of the vehicles that I have. Like I wax them and do all the maintenance myself in my free time. But um, yeah, like I just don't know how I feel about that. Could we maybe meet at like 7.3?
7,500 is really all I can do. I'm sorry. I think really $200 is not something that, at the end of the day, the value is there. Me taking off even $500 is just you getting a great deal on this vehicle. No dealer fee. I mean, all those other cars you brought up, I'm sure that they're all from dealerships. And you're going to have to pay an $800 fee on top of whatever that price was online. So there might be lower prices than $7,300, but I highly doubt there's a lower price car without factoring in the dealer fee and the addendum and all of the other things they're going to tack on when you go there. So you could have a simple, easy transaction today without having to worry about anything in the future and pay $7,500 out the door. And whether or not you want it or not, I'll still throw in that exterior paint protection for you.
All
Low
right.
season isn't something we can control. So being able to have that, I promise you will benefit from it. A lot of people do. I have it on my new vehicle as well. My boyfriend has it on his vehicle. It's definitely something that would be very beneficial for you in the long run, especially because you intend to keep the car.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
can we
yeah.
make a deal happen at 7,500 out the door?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We can go ahead and wrap this up. And I really enjoyed working with you, speaking with you, and I hope you enjoy your vehicle.
Thank you.
Perfect.